check, try and run the operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Stafford sack. A loss of 11 yards. It's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. A pass underneath for Carson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Tony Pollard.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 75 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Now the second down throw on target. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On the carry.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Try to get in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 7 catches, 103 in the yardage department.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
On second down now, it's Carson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The option, a handoff to Carson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. His throw incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Carson will take the handoff out of the option play.
Chris Carson.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens, nothing.
2nd and 9 from the 44. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Stafford on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again is Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than... And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
14. Ravens 3.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's got room. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And it's 21-3. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper. Into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On the return, here's Agnew. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Stafford. And James has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 13 yards.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a 1st down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the 2nd quarter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Herbert. And he's got his target. That's more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
To throw again. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
21. Ravens 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tony Pollard, 76 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your... Door first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Agnew now to return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did, because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
He's going to look deep for more. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Pass intercepted by the Ravens.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league run right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Stafford under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
That keeps the score.
You know
that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Herbert. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
41-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
33-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch him between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Rosas good with the extra point. And they open the lead out now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Now a first down throw. Stafford. On On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Ravens.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. They'll run the screen with Carson. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And Adams has it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To the air again, Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Richie James there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to look, and this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they open the lead up now to 25.
touchdown. Here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens ready to take over.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
To Mike Gesicki.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. That's complete into the hands of Carson. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they make amends for their Week 1.